right, and we are back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Pepper, you're there, right?
Yeah, James tripped over my power cord and turned everything off.
Blame James. Always
Yeah,
have to blame James.
in 100%.
All right, so we're going to get right back into this in just a moment. Let's go to the pick ban phase. You guys can see how that rolled out, and then we're going to get them immediately into the game. Second. All right. So basically, we're just going to get these guys rolling, I think.
Yeah, my apologies, but
right away, and we're going to
get right back into it.
Nothing without a little controversy right for the finals, right? A little excitement to add. So here we have the pick bans that basically went out, and we had Outplayed actually banned away Quark so that Safiel couldn't play Quark.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
So Titus
5,
was banned away
4,
as well because
3,
Trash basically
2,
their
1.
favorite composition they're known for, straight down the line. I mean, Finn, well, they've played a lot of Quark. Finn has been what they're known for. It's been the combo that they used in the dev match. That Finn Gray combo is insane. On the other side, of course, they had to get Lockwood. They picked up traditionally powerful Asana, Nyx, Aurora, the whole thing. No surprises there from the pick ban phase, so let's go right over to the game where we can see Trash versus Outplayed loaded right up right now.
Your team is ready.
Get ready.
Game 1, I mean, there's Trash and Outplayed, both showing some nice synchronizing in their banners and emblems as we get right into it. Coming out on the blue team, we have Ash, Jackie, Etheria, Road of Outplayed, and Craner, Wolo, Avaki of Trash. I'm really curious to see these opening gambits. We've seen a lot of different ones. And it looks like Trash actually playing a little bit closer to the chest than we've seen them before. Well, meanwhile, Outplayed sends Millie way off on his own over to the side. Gonna try and scout out these two bushes while the rest of the teams converge, sort of as you see these clashes happening right near the Love Tunnel is a lot of where the first damage is drawn.
Yeah, and they're still doing a little bit of this 3-for-1 setup. Where they have
Cover me. I'm always one step ahead.
Now the tunnel's going to be
charging atoms.
Lockwood and Nyx, even Aurora throwing a trap there. Sneaking around, we'll see if they're able to drone.
Oh my.
And still have vision on the other side, thinks the drone.
Yeah, they know exactly where Craner is. And Baby Millie did get caught by the drone, but so they know he's sneaking about over there. The big thing is Craner already still sitting in an ion cloud, going to be taking damage from that unless he dashes right on out. And that's just such great early game damage for Outplayed. That's what they needed to immediately put Trash a little bit off their game.
Too slow.
Baby dashes in, doesn't find
Too slow. Sleep tight.
Try and hide. It'll do you no good.
Have my eyes closed.
Yeah, it's turn 4, and you have Rast at 44 health, and he's used second wind. That's a nice advantage to get right off the bat. I mean, Feel already going to be looking to heal up Rask, is sitting at heal in 1, so he will be getting a buff since he presumably only his Rast. Wolo still sitting at full health. And now that that's all taken care of, they need to start collapsing on Baby Millie because the rest of OP did not follow up on this. They didn't press their advantage. They were letting Rask get away.
There is no escape.
Blood for blood.
Your blows do little. I held this in reserve.
Regroup is exactly what they're doing. Trash surprisingly grouped up right now. Could fall prey to some AoE. I mean, if Etheria didn't have Ion Cloud down and Millie wasn't caught out, I mean, Ash Jackie, though, sneaking up on the side. They don't know he's there. They have no idea. They can only see Millie. He's definitely their focus now. They're going to try and trade damage back onto the enemy frontliner as Crainer's getting healed up, but still just surprisingly low for a Rask this early in the game.
Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
My skills are sharpened.
I've been wanting to do this all day.
Oh.
Shot in the dog. Face in the hole.
This is the way to do it. Look at what Outplayed is doing.
Yeah, and that big weaken on 3 members. Crainer, Wololo, and Avaki sitting super weakened. And Millie is out of his catalyst. You know, once they catch him out again, it could be a big problem. But for the time being, this is definitely in Trash's favor. Or, sorry, in Outplayed's favor, as Trash is just taking damage and forced on the defensive, which is normally not what you see out of this team.
My back pocket.
Whatever it takes to crush my enemy.
From every angle.
Right between the eyes.
Rogue will find 2 bounces of his own, hitting Roll more damage.
Oh, back off.
They've switched focus onto the firepower. Celeste taking a lot of damage now.
Yeah, Wololo's uncharacteristically getting caught out. Normally he's flitting around the edges of the map, with Safiel really separated from his team. Trash is getting more spread out, but this is not the time to do so, I think. Wololo gonna be forced almost certainly to dash or catalyst. Crainer's starting to get healthy again, but just overall not in a great spot. And as we see Ash Jackie and Etheria staying quite healthy in return.
So predictable.
Get my back, Robo.
Surprise, surprise.
Pain is my element.
You have no choice but to fight. Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, well, dashing to that fog, they technically don't know where he is, but they must have a pretty good idea. As he's caught between Road and Millie, both sitting at full or nearly full. Meanwhile, Safiel, just hiding in that brush, doesn't want to reveal himself, doesn't want to start getting poked away. Crainer's sitting on all at turn 8, but just nowhere near the fight. The weaken being thrown on Etheria, keeping Avaki, not letting him do the damage he wants to do while she's caught out. Takes a shot, only 13 because of the cover. Well, Wololo sitting in that bush, gets some bubble damage, returning back with some smoke bombs to deny some vision, maybe allow him time to escape. Well, Seth, they found him. They found that Finn. They know what to do. They start poking away at him, completely wasting the bubble from Wololo, and with the lack of double bubble being available, that's just a cooldown used for absolutely no reason. Really smart from Outplayed there to realize what was about to happen. Now we see Road and Wololo, these 2 big burst firepowers sitting on ultimates. Who is going to be the first to use them, I don't know, but it's going to be able to swing things around. We see Avaki and Crainer regrouping far away from the fight as we move into turn 10, and the ults are starting to come up, and it's still Outplayed on the aggression.
Turtle text and lots of healing coming out. Looks like that they have definitely trying to prevent deaths this turn. Still 0-0 going into turn 9. Baby will take some slices out there. Safiel gonna throw out the eels for Ash Jackie and start them bouncing around, as both teams really looking for the first kill sometime soon.
Yeah, a little bit too loud there, Restart. As we moving in, we see Ash Jackie caught into that corner. Crainer and Safiel could close in on him. Crainer holding it out, obviously using Controlled Fury, not just using that out as soon as it's up. But just, I'm really surprised at how spread out Trash is being. I've been saying it for so long. This is how you beat Trash. You break them apart. You catch them one by one. And so far, Outplayed's doing that fantastically.
I am the hunter.
Avaki's all being thrown out. Catching Etheria. Was she smart enough to move? We don't know yet. They're just choosing to plug away at Safiel, but Ash Jackie completely revealed in the corner there. Seth going to return some damage zone. Wololo using the second wind. while he has the chance, while he has a room to breathe. Etheria does go through. It's caught off guard by that Grail, so not stuck in it, unfortunately, but still a nice bit of damage and keeping Aurora both where they know they can hit her and out of position. As we see Ash Jackie definitely the target. Craner has returned to the fight, still sitting at only 102 health, but does have ultimate available. Safil and Millie clashing, they just are not going to let him up. Once they found Safil, they're going to force him to either catalyst or die, and that's just plugging away at him.
Etheria self-heals up. It does look like Ash Jackie's going to try and go stealth since nobody can reveal them at this point. Craner is dashing away as Road goes directly through the center, dealing lots of damage to Safil. Craner's ultimate will go off, doing damage to Ash Jackie. Hopefully Ash Jackie can get out of the way next turn when they won't know where they are. The spin from Baby Mill does do the final bits of damage to Finn, except for 2. Finn is left with just 2 health left. I'm sure that this might be a healing ult. We'll check that out. But it is indeed. So Safil goes up to 12. Not a lot manages to hit the opposing team. But unstoppable on Ash Jackie means that they can freely run away.
Yeah, Restart and Ash Jackie... Or, sorry, what? Ash Jackie and Safil both trading, getting put very low on health. Not quite enough. 2 ultimates were used to barely not finish off Ash Jackie. Avaki, though... Looking here with this Grey Drone, he does have infrared enhancement. If he throws in the right place, it could catch Ash Jackie with just his 4 health and take him out for the nice across the map, or nice surprise kill.
Unlocked.
Not quite close enough as the drone does hit Baby Millie and Road, but not the target he was aiming for. Vaki gonna get rooted right out there in the middle and catch a big ult to the face from Ash Jackie. Nice 50 damage. Vaki had barely taken damage and suddenly cut all the way down to 46. You see Etheria on the other side of the map was forced to catalyst, but is still alive as they're just both teams making it so hard to confirm a kill. Safil, though, sitting on bubble, sitting on heal, might be able to slip away for another turn, but it seems it's sort of a, last leg sort of thing. How much longer can he delay his death and make them work for it is the big question here. And can Trash, in return, pick up a kill?
Pop goes my bubble.
Looks like he believes the bubble will be enough, putting him to only 54 with a bunch of dashes coming out. Craner going on Etheria, Baby Millie jumping on Steph. Bubble damage gets 5 on Ash Jackie, but he uses his second window. That could mean we see a surviving Safil as Etheria throws an Ion Cloud on herself, catches Craner for a little bit of damage. And that is bubble not going to be enough. The sad taunted bubble, not quite enough to keep him alive, as we see First Blood going away of Outplayed 14 turns in. That doesn't leave Trash a lot of time to start picking up kills of their own. Even though Etheria, Catalyst down, sitting next to her Rask, this might be good for them, but she is sitting on her ult and about to have her big heal. Is going to need more than just a single Rask to finish them off. Avaki sitting at low health over in the corner, too. Going to pop his Turtle Tech. Surprising. I'm not sure how much danger he could possibly be in, but then again, he doesn't have the vision we do. Etheria going to throw the weaken on Craner and make it as hard as possible for him to finish her off by himself. Wolo going for a nice trap predict. May be what they need. Oh, big 34 damage. The Turtle Tech actually is used with only 4 damage making it through. Craner throwing Etheria into the trap. That's that Trash teamwork we're used to seeing. I know that makes it sound bad, but by that I mean it's pretty on point.
Good to go.
Now we see Etheria caught in the corner, caught in a trap, but sitting on ult could survive just the trap damage. I'm not sure how much Wolo is willing to commit this late in the game when he's not likely to get his second ultimate. Now we see Ash Jackie up in the corner, sitting so low, but he has slipped away. He's picking up health buffs. He popped a second win. They're not going to be able to finish him off. It's turn 15, and Trash is just looking more and more out of options. Avaki dodging the Baby Millie's dash, but he still ends up right next to him. Etheria does opt for the ult, giving herself 24 health on top of a Turtle Tech. Likely, very likely to survive this turn. Road taking a pot shot, not quite finding him.
I'm going to bust you right
Wolo throwing big old damage on Etheria. Not quite enough, though, because of that ult and that Turtle Tech. Without one or the other, she actually would have died there. Road getting aggressed on now. Avaki, they got to know where he is. So they're going to be hitting him. Can they keep Avaki alive now that Safil has re-entered the fight? And can they pick up a kill as Road sitting on Dash and Catalyst? Lockwood just not really that worried at the moment about going down.
All right, looks like Etheria is going to self-heal, so they won't go down this turn. Safil is spraying away into the rest of his team, trying to keep them alive, but Baby is the one caught alone. Does have shield, so will return a lot of damage. Road dashing out of the way, shouldn't die this turn unless there's an amazing prediction. Baby just taking some swipes, bringing Avaki a little bit lower. Kranor fighting for his life, trying to keep this Baby low. Avaki took the shot on Road, wisely avoiding Baby in case of the shield. Ash Jackie contributing in the fight will slow down Avaki, keeping them out in the middle, and they clash over the healing buff, so nobody gets it this turn.
Yeah, Avaki, doesn't have any escapes. He's weak. It does have another ult that might be able to catch something, but just really getting worried about Etheria and Road getting it so low. I mean, Trash so close to picking up a kill, but I think Outplay can trade it back, and at turn 17, there might not be enough time for Trash to pick up the momentum and push this into an overtime. This might be a game one in the favor of Outplayed.
Turtle Tech going down from Road. Road trying to stay alive. Still has Catalyst up and available, but it's getting close to the end of the game. Looks like Etheria barely survives. Road taking the wide shot, getting Safil and Kranor with that light him up, as Safil and Kranor focus Road, bringing Road extremely low. Baby over in the corner focusing Avaki. Avaki just trying to heal up, but Baby will root them so that they can't get the healing, and it is Baby who picks that healing up instead.
Yeah, Avaki does survive, gonna have his ult available. Etheria and Road super low over there. At 6 and 19, Trash could potentially pick them up and actually swing it in their favor, but Avaki, it seems almost certainly going to die in these next few turns unless Trash can really get in there and Safil can do some crazy support nonsense.
We're going to find out. Ash Jackie's stealthing, prepared to run it in and do some work. Kranor's healing and dashing over Etheria and Road. Both of them getting hit. Road managing to being brought back up by the healing, but Etheria themselves will go down. Road's actually just popping a healing catalyst, saving that teleport for a later date. Avaki putting down the drone, but Ash Jackie had gotten out of the way as they completely focused Ash Jackie, but the predicted teleport getting them out of the way.
2 turns left.
I'm surprised Safil didn't move into a spot to throw that bubble down on Avaki, unless he's using over walls, which
he is.
He does have Castaway, so Avaki could definitely get the shield here. And Rhodes, so low, still has his Catalyst available. He chose the second win that previous turn, which barely kept him alive, on top of the healing from Etheria. So this actually could be anyone's game as it gets down to turn 19 at only 1-1.
A gift for a special
Wololo will throw down a trap, trying to predict the spot that Road goes to, and it is a perfect prediction. Kranor goes ahead and splorts over where a Road used to be. Won't find him there. Ash Jackie out in the middle of the map after escaping all the damage last turn, manages to find a shot. Baby as well takes the swing, but the bubble preventing most of the damage and returning a little bit themselves. Avaki also trying to cover where Road might go, but no, Road is out, or so they think. They don't.
Yeah, I mean, the trap, not enough to kill Road on his own. Avaki just barely been scraping by the bubble, does keep him alive. Millie has dash. At turn 20, it's just a race to get a kill, and I mean, it feels like Avaki's dead. Road might be dead, depending on how Olo plays this. This is going to come right down to the wire for game one.
Safil puts the heal on Avaki. That means Avaki might not die, or might, as the bounce comes in. That does deal a lot of damage to Avaki, and Wolo manages to dash over Road. Road's still healing, so the trap will go off, but only for 25. Won't kill him, and Road will shoot Wololo in the back. No extra damage coming down. We're going into turn 21.
Turn 21. It feels like it's a race to kill Road or Avaki. Funnily enough, the players we were highlighting at the start are now the race to kill. Avaki has his dash available. Road has ult and dash available. So a little bit slippier, and I'm wondering who's going to be the first one to secure this kill, as there's no real traps that Trash can use in the prep phase to catch Road for his little escapes.
Baby putting shields up, doesn't want to be the next one to be focused down.
They'll never know what hit him.
Taunt from Road as they did finally get their ultimate, so dashes away, dealing major damage to Wololo, and still somewhat healthy now. Wololo's the one in trouble. Baby will take some swipes at Safil, not getting them down much at all. The shot from Ash Jackie goes through, finds him in the back. The ultimate from Nyx manages to take down Ash Jackie. There's not going to be any more damage. That's going to be the final kill of the game, narrowly snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
that is not
idea for the
someone I
next one.
expected. That is not the person I
Win.
expected to die there. I mean, Ash Jackie, I thought he was going to ult at Avaki, but they just did a complete turnaround, taking out that surprise kill on Wolol and securing a game 1 against Trash. Outplayed's fighting for it. They're in this.
Such an amazing finish. They were so close, back and forth, who was going to die first, and they managed to force out that last bit of damage, get Road to live just barely long enough to get that ult up and get out of there. And then it was Wololol caught out without any escapes, and they said, bam, 2 ultimates, we're going to focus them and end this right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the stat lines, and I can't even... It's so hard to pick an MVP out of all of this. I mean, both teams played really well, but it did feel like Outplayed had the advantage right from the start when they caught Craner out with a triple trap that just cut him down to pretty much half.
Absolutely. There was, I mean, the real star of this was the traps at the beginning. That big pile of traps, that was the MVP that Cranor went charging through and just set them so far on the back foot. For the next several turns were all recovery turns, whereas, you know, Outplayed was just pushing their advantage the entire time.
So who are you leaning towards for MVP?
I don't know if there is one this game. I think we just have to go with these two teams are at such a high level. No player themselves can really stand out so much against such a high level everybody's bringing.
Yeah, I mean, Ash Jackie dealt so much damage while taking so little. Etheria, a ton of healing to keep their team alive. Road also not dying and dealing a lot of damage, just harassing, forcing them to chase him. And then Millie with 490 contribution on top of his shielding. It's just the same story on both sides. All players performing super well.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that was
had just a couple little things that let them come out on top. Some really good shot calling being made on that side.
What a game. What a lead, comeback, and then come back again versus that. I still cannot believe Road manages to live at the end there. And that trap, that we always talk about how Trash perfectly places Celeste traps. And to be able to put it in a spot that he's randomly catalysing to just barely get him and still not find the kill. I mean,
I think the way I've heard Wall describe it is he puts traps where the smart place to go, like where smart people would go. So it works against you doing the smart thing when you're playing against a Celeste Wall. Because you think this is the smart place to go, so did he, so he put a trap there.
Right. And we do apologize for the technical issues last game. I'm sure you guys noticed some of them. Unfortunately, with the internet issue that happened, we had to enact a backup plan, which wasn't fully 100% at the start, but we are up and running now, as you can tell, and we're excited to bring you Game 2. Now, is Outplayed just going to clean sweep this and make it so that Trash 100% knows who the boss is now? Or is this going to be back to business as usual? We've seen Trash start slow, get stronger, start slow, get stronger over games, over matches. They start with close games and then they end with crushes. Is this where they come back right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think this might have been a morale blow of sorts to Trash, too. I know they were really confident going into this match, and it looks like Outplayed did their homework. They pretty much knew exactly how Trash wanted to start and just played around it. I'm curious for the map pick. I mean, is Outplayed, they beat Trash on their home field. Are they going to return there or bring them somewhere else since they know the start so well?
Yeah, they know this map extremely well, right? Both teams, but they know that it's Trash's favorite map. I think that they're going to do a different map this time. I don't think we're going to see a repeat performance. I don't think that anybody was extremely happy with how that game went, and it was close both sides. So I think that we're probably going to see something different coming out.
Yeah, and I hope we can get right into this game too. I want Trash to take a match here just to put things into a Game 3. We had our Game 3 in the third place match. I want to see a Game 3 in finals.
Yeah, that would be super exciting. After how close that the third, fourth place match was, and then this finals as well, this first game, that I'm just super excited to see And I think Trash definitely has the potential to come back. You saw how close that game was. And again, they're a team that gets better as the matches go on. They haven't played Outplayed since the last final, so they're getting used to this team. And everybody's been gunning to fight Trash. So I think that this is definitely where they can come back.
Yeah, hopefully Trash learned what they did a little bit wrong there. They are very methodical, and maybe that played against them in that they like to do the same openings, the same strategies, and Outplayed might have just realized that and decided how to counter it.
Yep, so we're going to get these guys ready to draft, and we're going to get you guys right into the next set of games.
Trash versus Outplayed, with Outplayed being the home team, which means they pick the map, but that leaves Trash with first pick, first ban.
And Trash has expressed a preference, and they've always said, this is the team we're going to draft if you don't put us off our game. So now the question is, are they actually going to enforce that, or are they going to let Trash have the team they want, knowing that that is beatable? Now, they might not. I mean, they caught out Cranar doing a real aggressive move, right? You know that some traps are going to go in that tunnel. So they might be comfortable saying they caught us out, let's just start slower, and we'll win that way.
Yeah, Cloudspire are going to be the map. Outplayed, not messing around. They want to get this fight going. They must feel confident that in a clash like they had before, they can beat him again with a Titus ban coming out from Trash, followed up by a Quark ban from Outplayed. They just don't want to let Safiel be on his current favorite.
They're really afraid of that Quark. The healing numbers he can pump out is insane. I mean, Finn had the one heal, had to use Catalyst to get another heal up relatively soon. If that was Quark last game, Cranar would have been right back up and in the battle a lot sooner. So, a wise pick to ban Quark, I do believe. Now, Trash actually snags at Lockwood, says, no way, you guys are too good with him. We won't let you have him. But Outplayed comes back, adding insult, and they're going to steal that Celeste that Trash is really known for. So
that's two characters Trash definitely would want to play, but they're going to answer back by picking up Gray. They say, fine, they're plenty happy taking Gray. And so frontline pick, likely going to be that Rask. I don't see them playing Rampart. I don't see them playing Garrison.
No, you have to believe Rask is coming out, but it's a pretty safe pick to save that for later and go ahead and, well, both teams are going to pick up supports right now. Outplayed picking up that Aurora. You'd assume Finn coming out from Trash. I think their lineup has been pretty set in stone. You'd assume that they're going to go Finn and Rask. And there it is. So Outplayed now with this final decision. What firepower do you take on such a small map? Do you go with the Zuki now with the bigger ultimate? Do you take the Nyx for the extra damage? Pup to chase down the Gray that is so hard to hit?
Well, I was going to say maybe even Blackburn because we know they're a fan of it, but no, Zuki going to be that pickup.
Absolutely. So Zuki, again, with this wider, there's still a lot of options, and people take a lot of different things on her ultimate, but the current fan favorite, definitely that extra range.
That extra range for only 2 mod points is crazy.
It feels like cheating, right? I mean, you can hit most of the map.
I'll see a Zuki with on and be like, there's no way, and then boom. And the target appears underneath my feet.
You never feel safe from Zuki because half of them have the extra range mod, and then a couple have the through walls mod. So it's like, oh, well, I'm behind a wall, I'm safe. No. Oh, well, I'm across the map, I'm safe. No. You have to be both behind a wall and across the map to get safe on that Zuki ultimate. We'll see if they can't catch Trash grouping up and see if they can't maybe get some nice sticky bombs.
There was almost uncharacteristic grouping up from Trash that last game that led to a lot of spread damage being thrown at them really early on.
Well, they have to, right? Because of their healer Finn, that if they take damage early to get value out of these heals, they have to all be in range of Finn's heals at a similar time. So because they had their frontliner forced to retreat and nurse his wounds early, they were just stuck in that awful situation.
3,
Unfortunately,
2,
Outplayed really didn't have
1.
the freelancers up front to punish the grouping. They did get one very nice Nyx AoE down, but other than that, weren't really able to punish them for the grouping up that they did. And you have to imagine a much more cautious start this game.
It's much harder to be cautious on Cloudspire, but I think that's going to be what it comes down to. See the teams rocking it in, rolling it in. This is going to be all. I say all, but if Outplayed can win this match, they take home that first place prize, that $1,200 prize, first place prize.
But the intimidation coming out from Team Trash with the tournament champion tags, one-upping the tournament player tags that these teams did earn last season, excuse me.
Well, than that long ago.
Yeah. Well, you hear season, but yeah, for these teams it wasn't. This again, that's the last time they played was when they earned these tags.
Boy, they earned them, and they've earned them once again as we get in right into it. Really interested to see these openings here. I mean, with the Celeste, there's absolutely no reason for Trash to even take a passing glance at that might buff unless they are willing to take the shot from Celeste to secure it for their team.
Yeah, they're now. Last time they did body block the might buff and try and get it out of the way, but this time, no, they're just gonna let the teams have the might buff. Road can go ahead and grab them. They're way in the back. They're not risking anything happening to them this time. They still send Avaki off on their trademark 3-for-1. Outplayed all on the same side.
That's still they want to make sure they get the vision, and Gray's a very good character to throw out some scouting.
Etheria getting a nice lineup for a 2-person heal. Avaki going to throw out that drone, and once again they'll have vision of both sides of the map. Trash is very good with vision.
And we're getting right into the fight. Team's not wasting any time. They both cut hard to the same side. Now we see Wololo and Craner very much in this fight. That's a lot of AoEs available just between those two, not counting Safiel, depending on how he wants to play this. Well, Avaki is very safe for the time being from this current fight. Doesn't have his drone to throw out some AoEs, but at least he's not going to be taking any damage.
And they start off. Etheria is going to throw out the weaken on 2 members of the other team, get some shields out. The dash, trying to avoid maybe a little bit of damage for Wololo. Doesn't want to go down early. Avaki taking shots from the back. So does Safiel. They're going to focus on the frontliner. Cranor, though, finds a 3-person shot and elects to take it on everybody but Baby. Ash Jackie and Baby will take shots on Cranor. They're trying to avoid cover as much as possible with even the Celeste smoke bombs, bringing this time Cranor now, even though he's not the frontliner anymore, still the focus.
Apparently they just like killing Craner. Who knew? Avaki getting in position to start really having an influence on the fight. Hasn't had a chance to do so yet. Wololo finds himself in that backline, ready to chew into Etheria, but they could turn on him and punish him real quick. Road and Ash Jackie can throw out considerable damage that can burn. As we saw, it's possible to burn through that Rask health bar faster than you might think.
Safiel's going to start with the spray heals, and desperately Cranor needs it. He expects to be the focus. Isn't going to dash out. Is just going to turtle tech, as does Wololo. They're going to weaken Ash Jackie in the back, knowing the damage Zuki can put out in multiple directions. Baby's going to dash through, hitting both Cranor and Safiel. Definitely a solid dash on their part, as Avaki takes the cover damage on Ash Jackie. Cranor's bounce will go through Ash Jackie and Road. A nice pierce going on. Ash Jackie returns the favor with a blast on Cranor as Etheria lays down. They really are focusing Cranor. An Ion Field over there as well. A 2-person throw from Wololo ensures that they'll get good damage next turn unless Road wants to burn their dash right here, right now.
He's definitely trying to just keep Etheria and Road from worrying about the rest of the fight. Cranor did get healed up, but already still pretty much at the same health now. With Millie, though, running in, found Safiel. That's going to be their target as well. They want to get these catalysts. They want to get these dashes out as soon as possible. Avaki very wisely staying out of the fight, even though he's standing completely in the open.
Ash Jackie goes ahead and throws the turtle dick down. Etheria is going to start some healing on their front liner, or on their, their firepower as Baby throws up the shield. They'll be fine this turn. Looks like they're going to set up the root combo on Safiel. Cranor dashing out of the way of Ash Jackie's attacks. But Ash Jackie still finding some heal. Etheria healing all around this time, even though Wololo will undo most of that hard work with his big claws. They're going to throw the drone over, get a nice 2-person hit. Just a solid spray from Safiel will find Baby, return some damage, but will be rooted in the middle of the big one this turn to come. Road knocking back the frontliner Wololo, so will be able to go ahead and escape from him this turn. But not too far.
They did pick up that health buff, and we do see the 3 members of Outplayed can start pouring damage into Wololo here, punish that frontliner. And Safiel's guy, we think he has his bubble. Does he bubble himself, or does he just get out of dodge? It is only Millie around to apply damage besides that big one, so it might be something he can mitigate for the time being. But that definitely a really reliable combo that as time goes on will be easier and easier to hit Safil with.
The question is, does Safil dodge it? Nope. Safil is going to go ahead and use the bubble. Wolol is the one who catalysts out of the way. Kranor starts the healing. Road starts the healing. Everybody taking a little break from the battle. Ash Jackie shooting around corners with the AoE on Zuki. Etheria will find some healing just to keep Ash Jackie up, but the 50 damage and then the swing from Baby burns right through that bubble. Definitely doesn't care about it much at all, even though they are slowed from the return damage. Baby still managing to find themselves next to Safil.
It's gotta feel bad for Wolo. He catalysted out and not a single person aimed at him. Road second winded, Ash Jackie shot at Kranor, Etheria healed Ash Jackie. Just a catalyst for absolutely no reason. Never feels good. Now he's just disengaged from he disengaged himself from the fight. He's gonna have to spend at least a turn running back in, and he doesn't even have vision on them. While Vaki has still yet to take damage, and maybe Millie, maybe the frontliners are just seems to be the focus this time around.
Kranor does go ahead and use that catalyst, so now the healing continues. And that seems to be the story of this turn, as everybody seems to be popping their healing catalyst or receiving healing from their support. Road will take the shot on Safil, who is caught next to Baby, taking a slice as well. Looks like Baby might be doing a full move. With that haste, that fish is running clear across the map.
Yeah, Millie just deciding the shield and full move to the heal. Secure for himself. A wise move since it was obvious Safil wanted it as well. Wool has found himself back in the fight, and it's turn 8 and he doesn't have his ult yet. He's actually behind Road and on par with everybody else, which is pretty surprising for a Ras. I guess that's what happens when you catalyst away from damage.
How do you like me now?
Safil's going to throw up the Turtle Tech and the heal to make sure they don't take too much damage this turn. Apparently thinking the enemy team will focus them, and indeed Road is going to take the shot even though it is through cover. Wolol slowing down and chasing down Etheria. That's going to become a problem very quickly, although the drone manages to find 2 people for this trash team. Kranor's helping to focus Road, but the piercing shot able to root 2 people. Ash Jackie and Etheria focusing the Wololo, trying to peel him off, but he is going to stick to the support very closely.
Feel unknowingly rooted in that Celeste trap. Could actually die. Could easily die here between Road's damage and Millie's damage if he chooses to stick around. We see ultimates are starting to come up. Everyone but Safil on trash having theirs. This could be the big swing they need in damage, as once again they Outplayed doing a really good job of playing around what Trash likes to do and trying and splitting them into pieces.
Wololo again healing back up, and man, there are so many heals going back and forth this game. Lots of dashes. Safil realizing they could have died. Catalyst out despite 2 dashes from the enemy team trying to kill them. Wololo's ultimate finally going off. Will damage Etheria. They're going to put the box around her as well. Ash Jackie shooting in, taking some damage on Kranor. Wolol getting the throw, pushing Etheria directly through the wall, doing more damage and completely isolating the support who just got their ultimate from the rest of the team.
It definitely looks like Volo and Avaki have decided, well, all that nonsense is happening. Let's try and kill Etheria in return, because they're closing on him over in the corner. While Kranor and Safil really low, and Safil completely out of escape options, and they do in fact have vision on him from Road. In fact, Road could kill him with an ultimate here, and they might not expect it at all.
I will lead
Oh, bye, Millie.
Now, we said completely alone, but Baby's going to change that dashing in not only to give shields, but also would body block any direct shots from Avaki. Kranor's going to dash directly through the middle of the enemy team, Ash Jackie and Road. Etheria takes the ultimate anyways, knowing Baby was going to come in and they'll affect 4 people with it. The direct shot from Avaki is body blocked, although the drone hits as well. Safil's going to start the eel bouncing on Road. Ash Jackie does a little bit of damage around cover. Wolol's going to do the throw to keep the enemy isolated in the corner, and it looks like they did not go for the kill on Safil that turn.
Really surprised me. I don't know, did Road's second win? What did Road do that turn? Now we see Safil definitely in a bad spot as it remains. Ash Jackie on all, Road on all. That's a pretty dead fish. Kranor safe for now. They know where he is. They might be able to toss some damage this way. So you see, it's a 2-on-2 completely separate 2-on-2s, despite how small this map is.
Yeah, line divided right down the middle as we get ready for the first couple kills of the match. Usually happen around 12 to 13 for these advanced teams, and no different here. Some shields and some weaken coming out from Etheria in the corner should do good work. Ash Jackie's ultimate finds 2 members of the enemy team, certain to kill Sophia, maybe to do some good damage to Wololol. Looks like a spray and a drone will bring Road extremely low. Ash Jackie's ultimate going off for just normal damage. Definitely enough to take down the fish and bring the frontliner Wololol extremely low. A follow command on the support. They're still going to try and focus Etheria, who isn't super low, but definitely in death range.
They actually, but without Road's Turtle Tech and the weekend coming out from Etheria, that would have been a trade, but unfortunately with some clutch Catalyst and clutch weekends coming out, he does survive. Etheria still on her back footing, still sitting on Catalyst, hasn't felt threatened enough to use it, showing a very impressive amount of restraint, while Craner and Ash Jackie are ready to have a little bit of a duel of their own. Never mind.
Ash Jackie jumping away, dealing the damage to Cranor. As they do so, Etheria is going to find a lot of energy from that double damage and heal, but Avaki and Wololol will focus them. Unfortunately, not enough to take them down. Road just picks up a buff for a little bit of energy, although they are at full, and a little bit of healing.
It's the spawn of a new
See,
day.
Wololol has stayed low for a pretty long time. Avaki finally gets caught and starts to take the damage he doesn't want to take. Craner picks up the health buff, but now he's not in the fight at all. Road disengaged, sitting on ult that can't be used. Sophia ready to throw himself right back into the fight and get in there and support his team. He will have ultimate on respawn. That could be what Trash needs.
Baby, seeming to always have that retribution whenever they dive in the middle of the enemy team, is able to throw up a shield and return some damage. A big one coming out, trying to predict the enemy's movements. Wololol will dash in on Etheria and right into what will be a big one next turn. Ash Jackie only catching Avaki with the weakened sticky bombs, but the root Avaki in there as well, basically forcing them to dash next turn. Road continuing to just clear the map of buffs. Cranor manages to find the bounce shot on Ash Jackie, guessing where they did jump out to that last turn.
Yeah, I really like that bounce shot. And Avaki maybe necessarily doesn't have to dash. It is on the outer edge, but it is going to be a lot of other damage coming his way. So Sophia has returned to the fray with an ultimate. And Ash Jackie, I think, a lot lower than he was expecting. I was expecting. Craner got an impressive bounce there. Etheria, they finally got her catalyst, but she's sitting safely away, sitting on a big heal. They're still not going to be able to finish her off.
And Sophia chooses to heal instead of use that ultimate. They're going to go ahead and try and keep their team alive. Avaki does dash out as Baby dashes in. Ash Jackie won't be able to find the hit on Avaki, as they did not say, but Wololol takes the 20 from the outside. We'll see if Road decided to ult this one out. They did. Just one on Wololol, though, and leaves him at 1 health. The other one hitting Sophia and was trying to hit Avaki. As Cranor takes a shot from a bag, they let this Rage Beast run away with barely any health.
That 1 health, I want to see some thanks wills as he barely survives, and you know, Sophia's there to support him, and it could see the same thing with Ras, where you don't quite kill him and you need to finish him off. Etheria and Ash Jackie sitting really low. Avaki in a potentially good position to finish them off here if he can get the right angles with either a drone or a shot or two, as Craner has really done a good job of now staying out of the fight despite taking so much damage early on.
Bubble might be enough to keep him alive for next turn. Avaki's going to go ahead and use the darts on Ash Jackie, so this catalyst will reveal where they're going to be. Etheria will do a double heal thanks to that Ion Cloud. The drone coming in and manages to catch Ash Jackie anyways. Etheria anyways, bringing both of them below 10 health. Wololol will finally get those resets going off. The bubble barely managing to keep them alive despite all the help they're getting. The throw will keep Baby in place, and they'll be able to get out just fine.
Yeah, they want to keep him in that goo, and they want to make sure there's nothing in Baby Millie's kit off cooldown to hit him. And just, oh my god, Avaki has so many people low down here. Road and Ash Jackie and Etheria complete out of Auschwitz, and here's Sophia. He snuck back in with that ult. This could be a really big turn for Trash. They could turn things around completely. They have a dream combo in the making here that Outplayed might not even see coming.
But I don't know if they even want to waste it. I mean, Ash Jackie's dead anyways. Etherea's dead anyways. They might just want basic attacks and to save those for some people where the damage matters as they throw out a trap. Ash Jackie takes the direct shot on Sophia together with the trap. So much damage on the support. Healing on Etheria, bringing them back up to 18. and they're just doing straight up damage to Avaki. Avaki does burn the ultimate to go ahead and deal that final bit of damage to Ash Jackie and Etheria. Safil's going to get the pull through. They're going to pull Road back through this as well while they naturally get the kill on the other two just straight from the damage. They're going to pull Road straight back into the cage.
Yeah, and at turn 17, Trash did some double kill, put themselves in the lead. Millie still no dash, no root. He can't have any effect on the turn game for the time being. Safil, though, he's got to be careful. He might just want to full move right out of there and not stick around near the enemy team and get to Craner and Avaki and honestly Wolo, all of which need his help.
Trap from Road trying to predict where Safil might end up as they just take direct damage. Safil's going to return the favor knowing that Road is indeed trapped, and the 12 damage leaves Road at 1, but then Avaki from way in the back manages to find the direct shot, bringing in the 3rd kill, and while Safil's in trouble, they're up a kill already, or 2 kills already.
Safil has his heal. He's only 2 turns away from his bubble. He still has whatever his Blast Catalyst is. It's either a Brain Juice or a Second Wind, and either one could really help him survive. As Millie, his only option is rooting him for this turn, and yeah, it's getting down to the wire, and Trash has suddenly put themselves up 2 kills.
Well, this is typical Trash. Safil's just going to throw the heal out, not able to hit anybody. But they start out slow, and then they just snowball into advantage with all these cooldowns still up. Baby able to throw the root down. They're going to keep that fish right where he is for this turn, as he was not able to bubble. He does indeed use Brain Juice, so we'll have the bubble available this turn and heal next turn for quite a bit of sustainability if they can just manage to live this one turn.
All they have to do is survive 2 turns without dropping 2 kills to win this match. I mean, it looks not great for Safil. Craner also low. He kind of ran back in, does have dash available. Avaki and Wolo, I think for the time being, might just be kind of hanging out and doing their best to not die.
Baby's actually going to try and dash to basically the same spot just to avoid any dashing shenanigans and put the shield on both members of their team. Ash Jackie predicting Avaki might try and rejoin the fight. We'll find out how accurate that is in a moment as Cranor dashes out. Ash Jackie takes the shot on Avaki. The bubble from Safil returning some damage to Baby. These dueling shields fighting back and forth.
Oh,
And
no!
A perfect guess on exactly where Avaki wanted to be this turn, with only their catalyst left to save them.
I mean, a Catalyst is all they really need. All Trash has to do is not drop 2 kills. Avaki has held that Catalyst this whole game. Safil has a heal, hey, that he might be used to survive. I mean, we're going to have to see a Hail Mary dash from Baby Millie and a shot from Ash Jackie, but that might not be enough if Avaki just kind of leads.
Yeah, if Avaki dashes out of this, the dash from Baby can't hit. So the only thing they'd be able to hit by would be a basic shot from Ash Jackie, which isn't enough to kill them this turn. So while Safil may go down, I don't see the 2 kills this turn. We'll find out as Etheria throws out a trap, hoping maybe they walked over it.
Maybe. Safil, don't move turn 20.
Ash Jackie takes the shot anyway, is weakened. Craner from the back, a direct shot on Road, but no other support there.
Oh, he moved!
He moved, but not in the right spot. That is a 3-1 victory from Trash to bring it right back.
Wow, I cannot believe Trash came back from that. I really thought for the longest time that, like, well, I'm surprised at how this is going, but they finally set up that dream combo, and it might have been a little bit overkill on one character, but boy, did it put Road on their back footing when they suddenly threw him through so much damage.
Yeah, I mean, they slowly, methodically set up exactly what they wanted in their corner, proving it's not just their favorite map they're a threat on, and hey, you guys tricked us game 1, you deserve it, but game 2 we're coming strong, we're not falling for any of your tricks. Still managing to focus Craner both times in the beginning.
Whew. I mean, MVP, I'm looking towards Avaki. I mean, Safil did a complete... Actually, Avaki or Safil, it's a close one, because Seth did die, but 607 contribution, and a lot of it came down to him just having just the right... Actually, you know what? No, forget Avaki. It's Safil. Just so many moments where you think this person would be dead, but... And then Safil comes in with a bubble or his ultimate or just a little bit of healing, even on himself, just to survive.
And the brain juice...
It would have come down to just a couple deaths, and he prevented those.
The brain juice at the perfect time, too. Right when they're needed, just to be able to bring it up and, able to live to the end of the game, able to make the enemy team focus you so they can't get the other kills. In the last game, it was super early. In this game, it's super late. They know exactly when to use their cooldowns to be able to get the most use out of them.
Yeah, definitely. Just whew.
An exciting game. I know
stressful.
Everything you can hope out of a finals goes to game 3. First Outplayed comes in strong, kicking down the door and taking down Trash game 1. Trash comes in game 2 and says, no. Listen, you guys started strong, but we are the consummate professional. We are always going to be strong, and methodically takes apart Outplayed game 2, where they didn't even that last turn, there literally was not enough shots that would have been able, even with perfect prediction, to be able to tie that game. Although it was close a couple turns before that.
It definitely feels Outplayed has Trash's number. They know how to play against them. Like they've been watching, obviously, and I've said it before, and I'll say now, it's you split Trash up, you break their formation, and that's what's been working. But it did just come down to a couple clutch little movements.
I mean, you're absolutely right there. And they showed some brilliant insight into Trash's formation, just able to lay traps in all the right spots, able to completely avoid the tank, that Rask, when he catalysted out, saying, he's going to leave this turn. I know them. I know that Trash doesn't use it for low life escapes. They use it when they think they're going to be focused in the middle of the enemy team, lets everybody do something else, made the other team waste the catalyst and disengage for nothing. They've really been, I have to assume, studying up, and they're really playing an A game. Very impressed by both teams, playing at a very similar level right now. This is not the unbeatable team that you guys have known before, facing up against a little, David and Goliath. These are such equal footing right now.
This is definitely a clash of titans. I mean, I think we used that before, and it certainly applies now as we get into the final match of Season 2 of the Prep Phase League. These teams fighting over that $1,200 first prize, and no one's going to be holding back. If someone has a pocket pick they've been keeping close to the chest to surprise them, this is the time to use it.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll make sure that we get up all the drafting stuff for you guys. So now here's the question. Does Trash stray away from their winning strategy this game, knowing the enemy team has their number?
I mean, they might need to change up. Trash plays the really similar comps, and it seems Outplayed knows how to fight them. But I don't know if Trash is confident enough deviating from their tier list.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's the thing, is that what's working against them is Trash plays really methodically to a very specific set of plans and parameters, and Outplayed is using those against them.
All right, so...
Oh, you were quiet. I thought I disconnected again.
No,
I was about to start crying.
We're fine this time. Just getting another lobby available, since this is going
Don't you do that to me.
To number 3. So we actually have to do the split again. So we're going to pull in a captain and do a coin flip of the higher seed. So we're going to pull in somebody from Trash, and we're going to do this flip. All right, let's see if we can't get Trash in our Avaki in here. So let's pull in Avaki.
All right. I have an actual quarter this time. We're stepping up production value.
Still not a commemorative coin, but we'll do what we can at this point. All right, so...
Waiting on dragging in that team captain.
Avaki. All right. Sorry for dragging you in here. We need you in for the coin toss to determine who is home and who is away for the final game.
Somebody find a coin?
I do. I have an actual coin.
We have an actual coin this time.
Fancy.
All right. I'll have to trust you. I'm not watching. Actually,
All right.
I would have to wait 5 minutes if I was.
You'll be able to see it on stream. So Pepper's going to
So heads or
toss it,
tails?
and you're going to call it in the. Oh,
What
well.
what kind of coin is it?
It's a quarter. Just an out.
Quarter. I want heads.
All right.
We're going to get a legitimate flip here.
Yep, I'm working on it. It is heads.
All right, we want home.
You
All
want
right.
home.
So we're going to give you guys the home advantage here. And
All right.
Good luck in your final set of games. You can hop back
Thank you.
into your team.
So they're taking home. So I get Trash favors that map pick and second set of picks over. I think they really favor the map pick and the first double pick is what's going on here.
Yeah, I think that map especially, they feel a lot more comfortable with their favorite picks on their favorite maps, right? If you notice, all their favorite picks are the ones that do better on these wide open maps. So I don't want to rule out Evos, but I think we're probably going back to Flyway.
It's a pretty safe bet if Trash is picking the map, it's Flyway, unless they're going to try and throw people off. But I don't see why they'd do that at this point, at least not in that fashion.
Yeah. So we're going to get them in and drafting in just a moment as we set that up for you guys.
Game 3 of the finals. The two teams that fought each other last year went back to their separate days. Outplayed playing Saturdays, Trash dominating Sundays, and here they are once again to meet. And Outplayed, they've already done the nigh impossible. They took a game off the fully stacked members of Team Trash on their home map with a comp they loved. So regardless of what happened, that is an accomplishment they can be proud of.
Absolutely. And I mean, you guys in chat, get hyped. Tell us who you think is going to win this. Are you sticking with the dynasty of Team Trash? Are you rooting for this plucky team Outplayed, who has been team number 2 for so long, refining their talents, getting closer and closer, and is now battling it out at equal footing? All right, so teams are ready. We're going to go straight into it. It is indeed Flyway right away. I mean, that was no hesitation. Home, we want home, and of
Outplayed
course,
sticking to it. They do not want the feel on that cork.
They think they have Trash's number, and they're not going to deviate from that strategy if they think they have a winning solution there. Now, this will allow Outplayed to go ahead and grab that Lockwood back if they want, which has been a key to winning for them most all season. Unless Trash goes ahead and bans that, they instead ban Titus. They don't want those wide AoE weakens for the rest of the team, disrupting their formations and being able to dash to those firepowers that are way in the back.
Millie did have a strong showing on Titus earlier today even, so they're very much paying attention, are aware. But Outplayed gonna take that Lockwood. Trash answers back with the Celeste Asana, so they're just firing right away. There was no hesitation on those two picks.
Yep. Now they found that, hey, the Rask maybe didn't work as well as we wanted it last time. Let's go ahead and take the Asana this time because Outplayed seems more comfortable on it. We think both Rask and Asana are top tier, so they grabbed that wisely. But now the Firepowers have returned to the teams that they're favored on, and Trash feels comfortable on a lot of the Firepowers. Outplayed definitely has favorites. That strategy might slightly favor Outplayed in this drafting phase.
Yeah, Trash gonna take Gray. So they got Celeste, Gray. Definitely characters they're comfortable with. This is already looking like a very familiar team comp for Trash. This looks like a final boss killer, just about. Outplayed gonna finishing up with Rask and Nyx. And Trash gonna pick up that Feel Finn.
I mean, this is exactly what we saw. They have what they love. They did swap out Rask for Sana this time, but it is a top one on their list as well, so Trash is going to stick by their guns every time. Outplayed also thinks they've developed a winning formula. They're going to do the same thing, and we're going to see an almost repeat a similar game to Game 1. The question is, without that amazing start where they managed to catch out a member of Team Trash so quickly, will Trash be as easy to defeat? And I don't want to say easy, right? That was turn 21 with double ultimates.
Yeah, that wasn't a stomp by any means.
Will they be able to be toppled without that start that they're most likely not going to do the exact same thing, knowing the other team has all of the exact same traps available.
There's no way.
Or is that a
Craner
double
walks up
bluff?
that love tunnel.
Is that a double bluff? Are they going to say, obviously they know I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to do that, and you get to these mind games. That's what Atlas Reactor is about at its core.
That's what we come here
these
for.
mind games.
And that's a good point. I mean, Outplayed might be thinking, there's no way they did that mistake again and just not bother. And Trash might... But what if Trash thinks that they think that they wouldn't think to do it because of last time?
Oh, you hurt my brain, Pepper. All right, we'll have to go ahead and see as these teams are just finalizing their mods and catalysts, and they'll get into the game just shortly. We're going to see our final game. No matter what, at the end of this game, we have a Season 2 champion. We have a best team in Atlas Reactor. Outplayed or
we
Trash?
have a lot of... I mean, out of all of this, as we go into this final match, just because they lose this, whoever does doesn't make them bad. They're still the second team, and every team that's played today is still that top.
I have to say,
tippy top of players.
This year especially, or this season especially, I keep saying year, this season especially has been just an amazing talent. There was a wider skill discrepancy last season, where we had teams that were a little bit different points on the skills and were easily weeded out. All of these top 6 teams that have played, from the 2 that left us on Saturday to the final 4 on Sunday, have all played top-tier Atlas Reactor. All of these games have been amazing plays left and right. Very few mistakes here and there, but it has been just a tremendously high level, as chat has been very responsive to. I know I was right there with you guys watching these earlier games today.
This is only Season 2. The game just launched.
Yeah, the game launched 5 days ago, and already we've got the Season 2 finals being played at such a high level. So to everybody that played, to everybody that's watching, thank you for supporting Atlas Reactor at this level.
And of course, the rest of the Prep Face team and Tryon Worlds for putting this all on for me, Restart, Lothan's, Septimus to all talk at you.
We couldn't do it without
do the
all
thing
their
with
support.
the words.
Yes.
You get in. Oh man, I'm like I'm